And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We have returned. We've returned with our first round of 32 match. We just wrapped up with the round of 64, and we are here with our second series of the morning. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Alkione, we have our Canadian Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team SC Swarm. It is Jay. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have we have the Finnish Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. Oh my god, them's are fighting words, Poppy. Calm down. As they were bantering before the tournament, fun, friendly banter, I should say, friendly bantering before the match. And we'll see how they face up against each other. So far, it looks to be a hatch gas pool opener. Standard openers here from both Jay and Mixu, but we'll see how they do diverge here. We'll see how they do adjust against each other. I would not be surprised if they've actually practiced together. I know SC Swarm, they put in a lot of work when it comes to, you know, bringing together some other GMs to have coaching sessions, to bring them together. I know Rainer was a part of that for a while. No, wait, sorry, not Rainer. A Laser. Maybe Rainer as well. But I know at least a Laser. So helping out the Zerg community. We'll see. Meanwhile, if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets while you can for who you believe will take the series. There is a clear favorite, but we'll see. Oh, God. True. Aye. I believe they're talking about Scarlet versus Cyril in 2018. I believe. I can't believe that was, what, 6 years ago? That was 6 years ago. That's crazy. Oh my god, how time flies. 6 years, Bobby. Smooch. For now, we're joining up. For now, we're just going to be joining up. Settling into our bases, settling into our link speed. I do have our third base is now being taken. No one is playing two base. No one is walling off. No one is being too crazy. Link's moving out. Oh! Mixu in position. Making use of that steam vent. Does make use of it. Does shut down the first link, and he will shut down the second link as well. Oh, as we barely do get away. Bug abuser. Kappa. He's referring to the steam vent there. Aye. Unless he means Zerg abuser. Maybe. True. Bathing nets are on the way. Mixu getting across the map, chipping away at that third base. At least confirming. Before we're getting ready for a scout into the main. Meanwhile, we are making a surge of links. That's 14 more links on the way. Let's go. Mixu going to be doubling down. 16 links in production. Moving out across the map. Oh! Jay, the scout, is denied. Does at least confirm the Bailey nest. And then Mixu is getting ready for Bailey's now being morphed in, rallying everything across the map. The Overlord does not see. We see nothing. We know nothing. Jay is in the dark. Jay is droning. Thankfully, does have some safety Bailings on the way. Roach one has been thrown down. We do have some nice SimCity here at the natural, but 2 Bailings, is that going to be enough? Oh. Is that going to be enough? And here we go. We pull the trigger. The wall is wide open. Lings, they flood in. Bailings likewise crashing into the mineral line as well. Headed for the main base. There's one Bailing to defend and up. Oh, does barely not get the connection. No! We get into the mineral line. 12 drones fall. Aye. We're not done. Not yet. We're going for the queens. We get one more queen kill as well. Lings flooding into the natural. No more Bailings left to defend. The final queen will fall. There's still one queen left, but 2 queens have gone down, and eventually Jay will clean this up, but not before losing 16 workers. Oh my god, and now we're walled off at the natural. The Bailing. Ooh, barely does finish. Massive connection at the same time. Lings, they rallying towards their third base, and they're going for the kill. They're going for the third. Hatchery is under fire. Bailing zoning away any Ling reinforcements, making sure we cannot engage. Bailing is going to barely be denied. But last, Jay's up against the wall, still rallying across the map. The queen is going to take down the Bailing, but it doesn't get the Bailing. GG gets called. The final queen does go down, and Mixu will take game number 1. GG. Let's go. Mixu will take the first game. Unfortunately, Jay just was unable to confirm and was unable to scout the link flood across the map. Because of that, we were droning. We were settling into a longer game. The queen was out of position. We were not ready for the aggression of Mixu. Mixu, clearly, no chill. no chill. Calm down, Papi. Calm down. No chill there. Added Mixu just pulling the trigger then and there. Did overwhelm Jay. And with that, Mixu takes a lead, but now we can settle into game number 2. We can settle in. And we'll see if Jay can fight back here, as game 2 is going to be on Crimson Court. Let's go. Here we go, as we are jumping into our second game. Getting to our second game and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Crimson Court, we have our Canadian Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing SC Swarm down in this series, looking and hoping to bounce back. It is Jay. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the Finnish Zerg player, the Blue Zerg representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. Go. And Mixu will amass one more game is all he needs to make a deeper run, to advance on into the round of 16. One more game away. Both players going hatch gas pull. Standard openers out of Jay and Mixu. No early pool timings, no early gas timings. Not this time. Not this time. No. But yeah, now I'm just thinking about WCS more. I'm just thinking of like old WCS events. Smurge. The nostalgia, man. The nostalgia. As we are going to be settling in. Again, no major signs of aggression yet. Really, we're just waiting to see if our third bases are taken, if we get into 3-base setup, if we avoid, 2-base roach or anything like that. We try to go for any kind of cheeky shenanigans. What I will say, though, on a map like Crimson Court, it is a little bit more difficult to get away with something like a Link Flood to skirt around the edge of the map, just because of how few attack paths there are. We have an Overlord here outside of the natural. Likewise, there's only the other attack path towards the left-hand side. So it is a little bit easier to get eyes on the aggression of your opponent. It's harder to sneak across the map. Which means we should be getting more of a standard, more of a mid-game back and forth. Can we embrace the roaches, Pappy? Maybe. We can get there. We can get there. Lings are moving out across the map. Ooh, as Mixu does take the forward center base. Okay. Jay going for the standard triangular third. Meanwhile, Mixu going for the forward expansion. Does have the restricting gas geyser, does allow creatures to spread a little bit faster across the map. Mixu can be a little more aggressive, a little more assertive. Baneliness is on the way. Jay going for his own. Overlords are being chased down. And we're chasing down the Overlords. Queens are on a mission. Lings are on the way for Mixu, and once again it looks like Mixu wants to move out across the map. Oh, never mind, we're good. We're droning. Mixu was making Lings, but is now droning up. We're good. It's now going to be droning. Ling Scout gets eyes on Elise, reinforcing Lings. And that does force a reaction out of Jay. This time he will not be caught out. Yeah, 16 Lings in production. Mixu slipping in, getting a drone. Up, can he get two? Not quite. Up, yeah, barely. Not getting that second worker. One shot away from going down, does survive. Meanwhile, Mixu moving out with his Link Bane. Still droning up behind this, going for a Roach Warren. As Jay doesn't quite catch the Lings. And he's being active, Mixu. Hoping for connections. Again, Mixu just joining up, working towards Roaches. Meanwhile, Jay is one step behind. And no Roach Warren, no Evo Chamber, no further tech. We're still stuck on Link Bane. Now we get the Roach Warren on the way, but it is quite late here for Jay. At least in comparison to Mixu. Jay does sneak into the main base, though. Oh my god. Jay, calm down. We do sneak into the main. There's potential there with those Banelings. Meanwhile, two Banelings going to be going down. Up. Barely not. And we waddle in. We do waddle into the middle line, but we react in time. We don't lose much at all. That was what, 2 drones going down. And maybe some larva. 1 drone going down. Ay, ay, ay. Mixu does react in time. Roaches are on the way. Now, Jay does have an economic lead. Has been able to release Saturate his natural. He's getting fully saturated. Meanwhile, Mixu. No lair. No lair here for Mixu. Moving out across the map with everything he has with Roaches, with Banelings. Mixu is going for a hashtag all-in. And he's breaking through at the same time. Banelings and waddle into the main. Banelings being morphed into the main base as well. Mixu pulling a bit of a J. Up. Gets caught out. Does get found out, but we have Lings in every single middle line, and the Roaches are going ham. They get drones at the third. Banelings do finish morphing. No! We waddle in! Would you react? Ooh. But we still get damage done. 12 workers falling. The third base is going to fall as well. And Mixu, it looks like he has done it. He has broken the back of Jay. The hatchery will fall, and we can just keep pushing from here. Looking at the units tab, we have 17 Roaches at the 7 of Jay. As we're supply blocked. Now is not the time. But we are going to be supply blocked. And moving out towards that natural. Roach Warren is exposed. Jay's up against the wall. We have a handful of Roaches here, but now we can only make Lings. No more Roaches in production. Behind this, Mixu finally taking a lair. Getting into his lair, droning up. Now getting ready for the next step. Q move there to Jay. Does save the Baneling. Does save the Ling. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it, but Mixu, he's still snowballing out of control. He still breaks through the initial line of Lings. And we do take down at least one of the Ravagers to get nice attention to detail out of Jay. But in the grand scheme of things, there's still just too much Mixu. It's too much Zerek, Pappy. As we are still breaking through. Roach Warren has been rebuilt. More Roaches are on the way. At the same time, ooh, Files they connect, they take down the Gas Geyser. Queens are falling as well. And Jay may barely force back Mixu's army, but back at home, oh my god. We have more Roaches on the way. I was like, what is that blue blob on the map? It's the Overlords, Pappy. That's all the Overlords. Calm down. But here come the reinforcements. Again, Mixu just rallying everything across the map. Catching an Overlord. Getting on top of the Roaches, and will eventually break through. Our boys are being pulled in a moment of desperation. And GG gets called. There's just nothing left, and Mixu will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, Mixu will take this series, will advance on into the next round. Again, Mixu was the favorite player, but a shout out to Jay for making it this far, for winning the last series, and for also going back and forth here with Mixu. Was caught with his pants down a couple too many times, both in game 1 and game 2, but it's okay. We don't need pants back. We don't need them. It's fine. We like it, man. We like it. GG. GG, well played. With that, Mixu does take the series, and now let's try to figure out where we are and where we are headed.